My name is Nurshahida binti Jamil, and today I would like to present to you guys about Chapter 1 for Introduction. Grab's Holding, starting from 2012, and the founder of the Grab is Don Anthony Tan and his partner business Tan Hui Ling collaborate the idea and innovation by creating more services in the Grab application, or formerly known as the Super Apps, in 2012. Grab chose out the Southern Asia because of the reality other than the fact that is the fastest growing location inside the international. For the background of the study, they have a three-factor background of the study. Number one is the price of the Grab. Number two is the services that the Grab provided. And the number three is the availability of the Grab in that area itself. The first problem statement, cost is one factor that is exceptionally preferred by the shopper. And then helpless disposition and absence of permissions on observing the outing course. And then one of the issue that Grab are comforting is a God focuses. They have a three research objectives of this study. The first one is to determine the how satisfied the student of faculty business in UITM Puncak Alam on the price that the Grab offer. B. To acknowledge the factor of satisfaction of the student via the research with the comfortability. Number 3. To fulfill what the Grab user needed among the student in Puncak Alam area reliability. They have a three specific question for this research study. The number one is did customers satisfied with the price that the Grab offer? The number two, did the customer satisfied with the comfortability that the Grabs provided? And the number three, how the reliability, the satisfaction towards customer using the Grab services. Significance of this study is to acquire data from the student business in UITM Puncak Alam. Additionally, to decide the element and effect of consumer loyalty not entirely set in stone by utilizing an overview strategy. For the limitation of this study, in terms of a geographic factor, this study was conducted among customers of selected faculty business of UITM Puncak Alam in Puncak Alam. The variables used in this study are limited to service quality, customer satisfaction, and switching costs. These variables are not comprehensive but considered as a major determinant of a customer loyalty.
Chapter 2, Literature Review, Theory-Related Study. We choose our topic from previous research, which is the study of customer satisfaction among Grab users in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Customers play a major role in determining the worth of the business within the industry. Hence, their consistent purchase of the company's products and services are highly desired. To do so, providing a high level of customer satisfaction becomes the number one priority. In this case study, customer satisfaction acts as a dependent variable that is expected to change depending on how well multiple factors, economic, social, environmental, in sharing economy are delivered to customer. Framework. Independent variable. Reliability is seen as one of the maximum crucial service elements in the Grab utility systems. It refers back to the constituency of the Grab carrier punctuality and on-time performance in keeping with the scheduled time. Comfortability. Ride comfort is described as facility usability, conciliations for riding, ambience environments, supplementary equipment, and ergonomics. Price. For low cost consistent with the interview individuals have the effect on the cost of service supply by using provider in particular in instance while cars are permanently used in the territory of every other area. Dependent variables. Customer satisfaction. Customer pleasure is the degree of the way the needs and response are collaborated and added to excel customer expectations. It can be attained if the customer has usual good courting with the provider. Research hypothesis. There's a 4 hypotheses. The relationship between customer satisfaction and reliability, relationship between customer satisfaction and comfortability, relationship between customer satisfaction and price, and the fourth one is the relationship Grab service indicate between customer satisfactions. All dependent variable is a factor of influence of customer satisfaction when reliability, comfortability, and price is matched with the level customer satisfaction. After Grab builds excellent quality of service to meet customer needs, then trustworthy will sticking to the provider on positive grounds. Although there can be having other alternatives like MyCar, Foodpanda, and other competitors. Finally, it's well worth mentioning that now not many research has addressed the relationship between satisfaction and loyalty from the Grab provider attitudes, which can be crucial in triumphing over future customer.
Research methodology. We have looking out and meet with a couple of Grab drivers, and it will be more straightforward for us to convey and lead an internet-based meeting with them. Besides, we will get ready polls for them to gather more information on the organization and significant data for additional exploration. Purpose of the study. This exploration is led in a particular gathering of respondents comprised of understudies of UITM Puncak Alam. The strategy that was utilized is the quantitative survey sort of structure. This study was relied upon to give a splendid site or any suggestion and upgrades to the Grab Holding Incorporation, particularly in improving their clients' fulfillment. Types of investigation. The after effects of this overview will be utilized as essential information. Hence, with adequate example size, this essential information is accepted to address the respondent's point of view towards the investigate subject in a genuine setting. Extent of research interference. This research will only necessitate a minimal amount of interference because of the nature of our procedure, which we were expected to mine the data required by employing questionnaires. Study setting. Field studies, a non-contrived setting with minimum researcher influence, was designated as the study setting for this research, which factors are evaluated in a natural context where daily activities continue as usual with minimum researcher interference. Unit of analysis. The unit of analysis refers to the level aggregation of the data collected. The characteristic of this level of analysis is the lower level are subsummed within the higher levels. It is necessary to decide on the unit of analysis even we formulated research questions since the data collection method, sample size, and even the variables included in framework may sometimes be determined or guided by the level at which data are aggregated of analysis.
Time horizon. There are two forms of time horizons, particularly longitudinal and cross-sectional. Longitudinal studies are repeated over a prolonged period. Cross-sectional studies are constrained to a particular time frame. This research is also restricted to a selected time frame, and subsequently the cross-sectional time horizon is used. Respondents just need to fill the questionnaire for data to be collected. Population. A population is a distinct group of individuals, whether that group comprises a nation or a group of people with a common characteristic. In statistics, population is the pool of people from which a factual example is drawn for a review. Hence, any choice of people assembled by a typical component can be supposed to be a population. The population of this study are students of business faculty at UITM Puncak Alam. Sample size refers to the number of participants or observations included in a study. In this research, Students in age between 20 to 30 are involved. The respondents are students of Faculty Business at UITM Puncak Alam who are using Grab services on their daily life. In this study, the size of the sample is among 100 students of Faculty Business at UITM Puncak Alam. Non-probability sampling is using in this study, where researcher will use quota sampling. This method of sampling is often utilized by market researchers. Interviewers are given a quota of subjects of a distinctive kind to try to recruit. The respondents selected who have experience in using Grab services. Survey instrument of this study is questionnaire. The questionnaire has 3 sections, A, B, and C, and 24 questions. Section A contains respondents' background information such as gender, studies, age, occupation, location, and household income. Section B focuses on customer satisfaction in using Grab services. And Section C is for quality of service using Grab services such as freshness of foods, passenger safety, delivery charge, cleanliness, and many more. Plan for data analysis. Data for this study will be collected from students of Faculty Business at UITM Puncak Alam using Google Form questionnaire. The questionnaire distributed through WhatsApp and Telegram. After the questionnaires are collected, the data will be transferred and analyzed using methods such as reliability analysis, mean standard deviation, relationship analysis, and regression analysis.
Hi, I'm Hakim. So I'm going to briefly discuss about the Chapter 4 analysis that we have conducted, and here's the demographic profile for the respondents. I move next. This is the normality and reliability result. As for the normality, the skewness and the courtesies of all of the variables fall from the normal range of data distributions, while on the reliability result for the core box score for all of the variables are on the reliable mark, since it's more than 0.6 value. Let's move to the means and standard deviations for all the variables questions. As you can see here, the means are at 3.5 or for the range of 3, which is neutral to slightly satisfied for all of it. And as you can see here as well, for the price and comfortability. Let's move next to the Pearson correlations. Here is we want to detect the connection, the relationship between the dependent variables and the independent variables. As you can see here, the dependent variables is customer satisfactions. It has strong connection between reliability, price, and comfortability. As you can see here, the p-value is below than 0.05, which is acceptable. And as you can see here, the Pearson correlation points is at 0.9, which is indicates a very high, strong connection between dependent variables and independent variables. And you can see here it's a positive relationship because it's a positive value. Positive relationship means that if the customer satisfaction goes down, all of the independent reliables will go down as well. So next, last but not least, is the regression analysis. And you can see here the R square is 0.952, which means that 95.2% of all the variables are affecting by the customer satisfactions. And here is a significant F value change, which is below the accepted p-value, which is it's valid. And as you can see here, the coefficients must be, the p-value must be below 0.05. And as you can see here, variables reliability are much more than that, so we rejecting it. And as for the price, p-value is at 0.014, which is accepted. And also as comfortability less than 0.01, which is far more accepted than others. So here's, as you can see, as we can say that the price and comfortability out of three variables, these two variables are much more contributes to the customer satisfaction. And as you can see here, standardized coefficient beta, we look for the higher points. For here, comfortability has point of 0.703, which means that variables comfortability contribute most contribute to the customer satisfactions. That's all for me. Thank you.
Grab has converted the delivery region, bringing a more customized answer to customers who had to trip small distances. Grab is now international regarded and has control to extend its business to extra than 200 cities international. In this manner, the firm offers a cheaper alternative to taxis, a more at its rival in that MRT, and quicker substitute to motorcycles. The organization is in reality cautious to its consumer pride and goals at maintaining a very good courting with them to make certain their loyalty. In this manner, the firm attempts to deliver the first-class customer enjoy so that it will preserve the pleasure high. For example, when getting a Grab, customers used to revel in loose graded services including a bottle of water and sweets. If Grab is bringing so much interest to its client, it's due to the fact it smiles, aware that fine provider pertains to retention of customers. Indeed, handing over an excellent service is a crucial method to fulfillment and survival in today's competitive environment. The provider best in Grab is ensured by its monitoring of drivers' performance. Customers feed them at the end of each experience, giving them grades on a star rating from 0 to 5 star. Similarly, every new driver has to keep a minimum average score of 4 star in the course of its 25 first rides. In any other case, driver account could be automatically freeze in 12 hours. If the star rating is among 4.3 star to 4.6 star, the driving force is on probation at some stage in a sure amount of journeys and has to enhance. If the account gets deactivated, the driver can attend the Grab Magnificence referred to as Best Improvement Healing. That's how they certify service first class. In data analysis that processed through software SPSS, the results show that on independent variable, which is reliability of standard deviation, is more than 1.3 indicates the respondent is satisfied with Grab service. In this section, the results show that customer is satisfied with the freshness of food ordered, driver partner is inspecting customer order before delivered and sealed, and driver is ensuring passenger is safely arrived on destination. Then, result of standard deviation of price is same as reliability, which is more than 1.3 indicates the customer is satisfied with service provided by Grab. In this section, customer is satisfied with GrabMart and Grab food prices offered comparing to in-store price because it is acceptable and reasonable price range. During peak hours, different price will be charged to customer and it is acceptable for them. Customer is satisfied with the delivery cost by distance restriction to avoid high delivery for wise movement and saving time. Last, for independent variable section is focused on comfortability of passenger using Grab services, which is show the result of standard deviation is more than 1.2 indicates customer is satisfied buying fresh food using GrabMart. Payment method during pandemic is recommended to avoid close contact by using GrabPay credits or any debit or credit card. Passenger is satisfied with cleanliness and comfy of Grab car because hygiene is priority of Grab driver. Customer is preferring using Grab food comparing other competitor provider because the appearance of Grab food rider is great personality and neatly dressed to others. Lastly, dependent variable is focused on customer satisfaction and the result of standard deviation is 1.2 and above shows that customer is satisfied with the price offered by Grab. Passenger enjoy most time of the ride to their destination. Customer also enjoy buying groceries using GrabMart and passenger is satisfied with driver for the right path and destination by using GrabCar. Overall, passenger and customer is satisfied with experience for using Grab service since the quality of service is higher than other competitor. The researcher had reported that customer satisfaction performs a dependent role in the link between service quality is an important input to customer satisfaction. Otherwise, the 1% correlation of customer satisfaction change is explained by service quality. Thus, service quality has a direct relation with satisfaction where 1% correlation of reliability can be explained by service quality. Then, service quality has a direct relation with satisfaction where 1% correlation of price of Grab service. Service quality has a direct relation with satisfaction where 1% correlation of comfortability. In this study, findings reported that only tangible does not affect customer satisfaction towards the transportation companies. Meanwhile, reliability, price and comfortability have significant impact to customer satisfaction. Lastly, respondent data that processed in regression analysis show whether independent value should be accepted or rejected. Based on this study, we can conclude that most of the Grab user among the student of Faculty Business in UITM Puncak Alam using this public transportation to go in and outside from the UITM Puncak Alam. To sum all of this study, methods of questionnaire help researchers to do their completed of this study about satisfaction of Grab user among the student of Faculty Business in UITM Puncak Alam. This have a look at concludes that many competitors listen their efforts on customer support as a way to improve the level in that competitor can supply. Align your customer service approach to your patron experience strategy. Make positive that your customer support strategy does not battle with your standard cooperation approach. Understand the interaction that your consumers want to have through every channel. Also, ensure your retailers are empowered with the proper content and facts to deliver a beneficial service. Lastly, choose accurately the technology that empower your marketers to deliver top stories. Customer service technology are on the coronary heart of the solution for offering highest quality customer service stories. Customer carrier technology must be capable of standardize the customer service level in throughout conversation channels inclusive of social media. They need also to be agile to allow competitor to fast react to converting commercial enterprise and client wishes. In this research, we found that level of satisfaction of Grab user is measured using the quality of service provided by Grab Co. in order to fulfill passenger or customer loyalty. Reward offered by Grab is caught of passenger or customer attention since a lot of brand store and company collaborate with Grab for their own respective interests. Grab move forwards and improvise weakness service faster at comparing other providers such Foodpanda, MyCar and other competitor. In this look at, we find that consumer is happy sufficient with the provider that Grab supplied. All communication channels and all competitors' touch points have to be in line with your emblem proposition. Lastly, the manner the employees are prepared the vital factors that have an effect on customer service success or failure and that make up an enterprise corporate culture, management practices, overall performance dimension techniques, education package and collaboration methods.